here.
And of course, with the Soul Brothers. How you guys doing? PG2.
PG2.
Highly anticipated. We're really looking forward to testing these, and so this is the performance review. We've been going ham with these.
Yes.
This is the PG2. This is the All-Star colorway. I think they call it Palmdale.
Palmdale.
But let's hop right in on the traction.
So we're gonna call this the cactus flower traction pattern, right?
Yeah.
As you guys can see, it's super thin and very, very pliable.
Yeah.
It moves with your foot a little bit. So it's actually pretty cool. It reminds me of like that, the Hyperdunk 2016 or like the Kyrie 2s, where the traction actually kind of moves. So if you move your foot laterally this way, the rubber kind of moves like this a little bit, and then kind of brings you back a little bit. So stopping power, especially like at first, it wasn't crazy good. I had to break it in a little bit, but so it stopped. Even after breaking it in, it wasn't like a crazy good bite, but it never like slipped out. Like dust was really never a huge issue, so it wasn't horrible, but also it wasn't like amazing. Like the Kyrie 2 like has amazing bite, like stops on a dime. This one, it's not like as good as that, but it still like stops pretty well. So I'd say it stops on like a quarter, $50,
$half a dollar,
$50, something like that.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, so bite is okay, but dust is not a huge issue. Durability though, I only played indoors with these and it's already fraying off.
Yeah.
And I had some parts where I could just take off like the rubber. So durability is gonna be really, really bad, especially outdoor use. But overall traction was it was pretty good. And there is that solid rubber outsole colorway. Of course, this is a translucent, so we're gonna have to try that out to see if there is a difference between the solid rubber and then the translucent, because of course in the PG1 too, the translucent was not as good as the solid rubber outsole, so we'll have to see about that. But overall traction pattern was pretty good.
Yeah. Moving on to the cushion, it's kind of the same PG1 setup.
Yes.
You have a Phylon, I assume. It's just a hard kind of foam, and then you have a 4-foot zoom unit.
Yes.
Which I can't feel. You said you were able to feel it?
Like barely, just a little bit. At first I couldn't really feel it, but after playing in it a few times and stuff like that, I could feel it just barely. So it wasn't even like crazy, but yeah, like the cushion in the heel sucks ass. It's hella dead.
I don't know why. Even in the PG1, it's like the heel is just like rough.
Yes, super bad.
But the 4-foot for me was rough too. I mean, you were super low to the ground.
Yes.
Which is cool, and like really good court feel. Great response, obviously.
Yes.
But I mean, the cushion, the ride is rough.
Yes. I mean, it's kind of basically like the Kyrie 2s.
Yeah.
But you can feel something in the 4-foot just a little bit. So nothing crazy. The designer said there is no Phylon in between your foot and then the zoom unit. Basically it's just a strobo board and the insole. So you should be able to feel it like crazy. Some people told me that they couldn't feel it, and some people told me that they could feel it. We couldn't feel it too much.
Yeah.
Not really too crazy about this setup. I wish I could have felt the 4-foot zoom unit a little bit more.
Yeah.
But the cushion setup was nothing amazing. Like impact protection wasn't crazy good. Very responsive though.
Yeah. I mean, if you just want pure response and you're not worried about impact protection or any play or give in your cushion, then you won't be mad.
Exactly.
But I mean, nowadays there's a way to do the best of both worlds. You can get a little bit of impact protection and good response and whatever. But there's that. Moving on to the upper.
Yes.
The upper is pretty dope.
Yes.
It's you're kind of like not super premium materials, but they feel and look super premium.
Yes.
Like on paper, it's not super premium.
Yes.
But I mean, in hand, it's kind of nice. You have this mesh. What are they calling this mesh?
I believe they just called it a mesh.
But it feels like a canvas almost.
Canvas,
or
yeah.
Like a, ballistic nylon type of military grade material. It's kind of dope.
Super sturdy.
Yeah.
Doesn't stretch at all. very supportive material, but it's also very pliable and soft. It doesn't really stretch. So there's that, and of course, Paul George likes old school materials like leather and suede and stuff like that. So he likes to add those kinds of touches to his shoes. And then you have the strap, which we'll get into for lockdown and stuff like that. But overall, yeah, I really like the materials. I love the kind of like the one booty feel of it, but there also is a tongue that's kind of attached to it that goes underneath the mesh material. And on the website, they say it's a 6mm kind of like lining. So yeah, it's super comfortable. There is an Achilles pillow, of course, to add,
which is nice.
Yeah, comfort and also increase the lockdown. So
and these suedes they're using is I think they're real suede. I mean, it feels nice. They're super soft and buttery.
Yeah.
I mean, for the price point, it's kind of crazy.
Yes.
So there's that. Moving on to fit. For me, it fit really good.
Yes.
True to size.
It's basically like the PG ones.
Yeah.
So if you guys have tried that out, it's basically very, very similar. Pretty narrow.
Yeah, pretty narrow.
Pretty narrow. So if you're a wide footed, go up half a size. If you're normal or narrow, then just go true to size. And yeah, there's really no dead space. Very, very easy shoe to put on.
Yeah.
Unlike the PG ones, it's a one booty, so it's a little bit harder to put on.
And super comfortable.
Yeah.
Super comfortable upper. When your foot's in there, you kind of forget you're wearing it. The way this kind of almost one booty upper is, it really hugs your foot and is comfortable, you know, especially when they added that Achilles pillow and the whatever the 6mm sock liner. You could feel it, you know.
Yes.
Which is cool. And it doesn't add like too much bulk.
No, not really.
So that's chill.
Alright, moving on to support. So support, of course, as we stated, the mesh material is very sturdy and it doesn't stretch at all, so that adds for, of course, like support while doing lateral movement. And also they added this strap. So in the PG one they had the strap, but didn't really like cage you laterally.
Yeah.
So a few people had that problem where in that mesh material in the PG ones you were sliding out of the footbed a little bit.
I was having that.
Yeah, me too, a little bit. But they did change that. It's kind of weird because underneath the strap is like a neoprene material, so they wanted a little bit more stretch, I guess. To accommodate for more wide footers, I guess.
Right.
But they added this little strap over that, and actually it was really good. Lateral containment was not a huge issue at all.
Yeah, really good. I was definitely impressed coming from the PG one.
Exactly.
They kind of fixed that.
So yeah, I mean, even if you're a bigger dude, it should be a pretty supportive shoe to play in. Also, you do have a pronounced outrigger, very, very sharp, so it'll be very stable. So you're not rolling your ankle or anything like that, and you feel low to the ground. So
yeah,
there's that. And now lockdown.
Yeah, no issues.
Yeah, very, very good.
Yeah.
You know, no coming out of the footbed, and your foot is locked in the heel because of the Achilles pillow. So
and the lace is cranked down pretty well.
Yes.
It holds your forefoot in pretty nicely, so that's always good. Okay, let's touch on weight real quick.
Like, how much was this? Like 12 something?
Yeah.
12.73 ounces.
Yeah.
It's a little heavier than average. Does it feel light? Yeah, it feels super light.
Yeah, it feels lighter than that.
Yeah,
you know,
it feels a lot lighter.
It feels like you're wearing a light kind of shoe. It feels minimal also.
Feels minimal, but like that, not the most minimal shoe. You know, it's like a good balance between super minimal, like the Curry 4, but like plush and comfortable fit, ride, and like, because the lining is super plush too. So, yeah, it's a good balance between that and very responsive. Just wish the traction was like a little bit better. But
traction helps that a lot. Traction will help you feel lighter, you know, because you just kind of stick in and be able to make faster movements.
Exactly.
Okay, so I guess let's touch on durability real quick.
Durability is a no-go for the traction.
Yeah.
But other than that, the
upper
materials
seems pretty durable.
Yeah, definitely.
So maybe on like a different outsole, you know, different color, it might be a little more durable. I don't know.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Yeah.
But so yeah, definitely don't play with these outdoors.
Nope. Or indoors.
Or indoors.
Or indoors, man.
Yeah.
You know, but there's that. Now moving on to ventilation. It wasn't crazy cool. I don't know. It's been like super cold out.
Yeah,
so
it's freezing out.
Yeah, it's been going like 35 degrees at night.
Yeah.
So I wasn't like super hot in these. But
me neither, but
when I was like going hard, I felt like it was a little warm.
Right.
So I feel like if it was a little hotter, my foot would be hot. So but also there's really no like ventilation holes.
Yeah.
Really. So I feel like ventilation isn't super good.
Yeah. All right, there's that. Aesthetics.
I like it as some mood.
Yeah, they're all right.
Of course, I prefer the PG ones.
Yeah. All right, wrapping things up. These are stupid cheap.
110.
110. I mean, for 110, and if you like the shoe at all, just get it.
Yeah, I mean,
what
I would say is it performs exactly like the PG ones, but the traction is just not as good, but the materials are better and support is a little bit more supportive, and just feels a little bit more comfortable than the PG ones. So if you like the PG ones, then PG2 is yes.
Yeah, and it's just such a cheap price point that it's a go.
Yeah.
These are dope. It's such a cheap price point for around that price point. You're really not going to get too many shoes this quality.
Yes.
So there's that. Definitely approved. Thank you guys for watching. Soul Brothers. We'll catch you in the next one. Later. Peace.